Hi guys, welcome back. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome to I Am Destiny Calling Tarot. Capricorn, welcome to your read. We're just going to get started right off, a little bit time constrained here. So in order to get the most out of this read, we're just going to get started. Just going to get a message or two and then we'll get the oracle. So Capricorn, this is going to cover the time frame of May 16th through May 31st, 2020. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is taking care of themselves and whenever possible taking care of others. Because we need to support each other during these times. Because we truly are all in this together. All right, so this is what the messages that needed to come forward instantly for you. This is not really your overall energy, it's just messages that needed to come forward, Capricorn. So your first message is care required. It says, guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. So this is telling me, it's just a word of caution that you are questioning everything during this point in time, not taking anything at face value, really looking at all of the details. Yeah, there might be some form of just pulling the wool over your eyes type of energy here. All right, next card says friendship. A friend needs your help, your kindness, your excellent counseling skills, which will put them back on track. So if you feel that there's somebody in your inner circle that really is just struggling and not quite themselves during this time, by you reaching out to them, that will likely mean so much to that person. And you'll have such a big impact on them. So that's a really, really important message. Difficult times. Be on guard against chaos and unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval, which is foretold. So yeah, there's definitely some, I wouldn't call it miscommunication. I would call it not even misinterpretation. It's someone who doesn't really have great, not that they're out to get you, but they definitely don't have good intentions. So if you're dealing with strangers or people that you're not comfortable with, or people who are new to your environment, don't instantly give the normal amount of trust that you would give to someone who you've known for quite a while. You can be kind to each other during difficult times, but first and foremost, look out for yourself, look out for your own safety, look out for your own mental health, right? Like, these are things that unfortunately during difficult times, there will be individuals who will try to make your life difficult during difficult times because they're feeling bad and it's the only way they know how to handle it. So you really need to be on guard for these types of individuals or situations approaching you during this time. Reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. Based on the friendship card that already came out, I would say this is definitely friendships becoming stronger. Unless it's the friendship who is giving you the difficult times and has not great motives as far as not having anything in your best interest. Maybe that's for some of you. All right, let's go ahead and get the Energy Oracle card. So this is going to provide us with overall energies here in your read. Spirit, please provide a message for Capricorn. What is the overall message? Instinct. Yes, 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 and yes. Wolf energy. Relying upon your instinct at this time is going to be getting you possibly out of some tricky situations, or maybe even preventing you from having to get wrapped up in tricky situations. I'm feeling that quite strongly. So you do have a lot of power over these situations and circumstances. It's going to be all about how you respond to them, right? As long as you're following your gut instincts and you're doing things for the right reasons. All right. This is quite interesting as far as I just did the Sagittarius reading and came out with a lot of the same energies. So I'm feeling that this is really potentially a part of just society in general, where society is at during this point in time. And a lot of the energies are kind of really, we're sharing many things in common. First card, 5 of Pentacles. You have you have 3 major arcana. So when I see that, that is telling me that you have this potential for chaos for sure with this type of energy. So really it's going to be important for you to be on guard, to make smart choices during this time is really a big message here. I have all of the confidence in the world in you. All right, so getting started with your first card, which is 5 of Pentacles. Specifically for you guys in this read, don't worry, don't allow yourself to live in a place of tension and failure, or so don't be taken advantage of, as a message I'm hearing for certain people. Don't give away your last dime. Right now people could be asking you for that and not really need it quite as much as you do. So don't let them take advantage of you in that sense. Worrying at this point is really only going to allow your brain to focus on situations that may or may not happen. We want to place our focus right now on things that we can control in the moment. Really, really big message. But this, initially, the 5 of Pentacles, when it comes up, especially with these messages that came up first, and then needing to follow your instinct, it absolutely represents chaos in your reading. So there is chaos around you. I think you are perfectly aware, you sense it, and really only needing to be reminded during this time to focus on your instincts, right? So this is where it gets to be similar to Sagittarius. You have Queen of Wands and then Queen of Swords, and then the next 2 cards after that are the same as well. Not the same order, mind you. So Queen of Wands. Make sure you guys can see that. Now, with there being 2 queens, again, this is feminine energies. Does not have to be female. It's really all about the energies. We all have a little bit of feminine and masculine energies. So you likely have those two different energies coming into your life, into your environment, who are, one will likely be here making chaos, and there's just really a lot of messages coming in. Your reading is quite chaotic energy, and the energies are. It's just tricky for me to focus on because it's not really natural for me. So it's very. I can feel a little bit of anxiety welling up here. So when we have Queen of Wands, what we're going to really focus on here is finding ways to become fearless. We're going to, I feel for you, Capricorn, it's going to be through your heart chakra. If you can connect with your heart chakra and really focus on creativity, if you can focus on inspiration, just the opportunities that you have to share love, joy, laughter, making sure at this time that you're filling your own cup. Really also, big message, make sure that you're not concerning yourself too much about lack. You may have lack in your life. You are going to get by even though you have lack in your life. This is a temporary situation. And it's something that you can turn around. All right, so next Queen of Swords. So we had the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, double feminine energies here. So the first feminine energy is to kind of remind you really to take care of yourself first and foremost. Because when this Queen of Sword energy comes in, it's about you needing to set boundaries. It's about you needing to have, you need to have strong self-esteem. You need to have really clear communications during this time. You're going to need to be very, very observant. It's going to be important that you're able to look at things during this time objectively, right? Be open-minded, be independent, follow your intuition, your instincts. Stick to the facts at this time. Yeah, and then next card is Major Arcana. You have the Devil card, so obviously you do have chaos. You have chaos in the energies around you. You have chaos in possibly in your environment, in your mental space, where you're overthinking and you're worrying. You can have chaos in relationships. Make sure you're not being led towards the darker side of ourselves, which could be being selfish or being greedy during this time. Everybody has a dark side, all of us, every single human being, right? We all have some light and we all have some dark. This can also really tell me that you might end up becoming somewhat codependent on an individual, and you just want to be careful because you're going to want to remain more so than ever independent during this time. Make sure you are looking out for your mental health during this time. This is a really, really big message. Do whatever you can to find moments in the day where you can just clear your mind, calm your mind, release all of the thoughts, meditation, listen to those blank spaces in between your thoughts. Really focus on listening. And I do feel if you're able to achieve that during this time, you can be receiving some pretty impactful messages coming your way. Make sure at this time you're focusing on things that you need, not what you want in your life, things that you need. These are things that your everyday life is going to require that you, one way or another, find out how to get. Right? We really need to be very, very clear during this time. As far as the things that we want, they may be put on the back burner, and we're just going to have to really be okay with that. Page of Wands. This is a creative energy here. So a new idea is coming to you. So use your originality during this time. I feel this can be really, really great for you on many different levels. If you instantly get a really deep craving to go about doing something, if it's arts, if it's beginning a new project, venturing forth on any kind of just enthusiastic new opportunity, do it. Absolutely do it. If it's going to bring you a sense of joy, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of I find it's bringing in confidence for you. So that can be really important on many different levels. Two of Wands. And then you have two major arcana cards. All right, so this card specifically in your reading is going to be all about understanding what options you have. So there could be some uncertainty here. You're going to have possibly hard choices that are going to need to be made. There is something that is going to need to be handled, and you're not going to really want to focus on it. My only advice during this time with this specific energy is just make sure that you're not allowing people to get by without judgments. I'm not saying it's a great place to be to judge others. I am saying that you should not be judged during this time. I am a big believer. If there is anything during this point in time in history that we as the human species should be learning from this catastrophe, is one simple thing. We need to stop judging each other. That's it. If we as a human species could manage to not judge each other for how we're living, what it is that we believe we need to do for ourselves, if we can just sometimes agree to disagree, understand that we are all living our own individual existence, and we really do need to look at each other and have that compassion for others, sympathy for others, empathy for others. We're never really going to understand without being in their situation, being in their shoes, exactly 100% what they're going through. So how can we judge? How is it that we have enough knowledge to even judge? We can support each other. We can try our best to understand each other. We can do our best to guide each other with wisdom and experience that we've had during our own experiences. But I do truly believe this is about not allowing others to judge you for your choices and your decisions during this time. That's a really big message. So you have Major Arcana, the Fool card, which is next. This is pretty symbolic here. This is about a big decision that's going to need to be made. And it's a large decision. It's not the everyday little things that we need to think about. It's going to be a larger, more impactful decision on your life. The answer is likely a yes. I don't know why I have this coming forward. The answer is likely a yes. So if you're asking yourself specifically a question when this information came to you, then the answer is very likely yes. So if that doesn't apply to you, don't try to make it fit. So this is going to be about you potentially having some new beginnings coming your way if you choose. I do feel that you're going to become to a point in your life where you're okay with following through with things that you have passion for, things that give you pleasure. This can be new friendships, people who are more like-minded, who are, just have similar interests, similar passions that you're connecting with. But there is some form of large change, large decision that needs to be made. So it could be something along the lines of deciding where you're going to move, if you have to move, if you can't afford to live where you're currently moving. So those would be big changes. But when this comes up, you can get excited because we always have a choice, right? You can make lemons out of lemonade. It's a choice. It's always, always a choice. Always. And this card symbolizes new. It's all about new, new, new. So if there are things coming into your life, just focus on the new opportunity, the new beginning. Something maybe has, outlived its purpose in your life in the sense that you have gained whatever lesson or experience you were meant to gain, and it's time to move forward from that. Last card is the Moon, so it's also major arcana. This is about definite financial impacts as far as cutting, saving, really just getting to the point where you're okay with just going with the basic necessities. You're also realizing that you have lots of opportunities to change your plans. If you feel that you want that to change in the future, you want to make the best possible version of yourself come forward, only you, yourself, and you can do that. No one else can do that for you. You can accomplish that. Mind you, you can also have support from others, which can guide you along the way. But at the end of the day, this is going to be 100% you. So you're going to need to be called upon at some point to face your fears. Accept yourself for who you are. Accept situations that you find yourself in. Take responsibility. And once you do, you will have the opportunity to work your way through your fears. And this is also a card which is quite symbolic of instinct. So if you're fearful about something, as long as you're going with your gut instinct, the fear will gradually dissipate because you'll slowly begin to realize how much you can truly trust yourself and your own intuition. All right, let's get a gratitude card. I'm going to implement, I think, the gratitude routine into the reads because there's always something to be grateful for. There is always, always, always something that we can be grateful for. And an attitude of gratitude is really going to help to manifest positive things into our future existence. I have added this to my personal routine as well. I think it's so important during times of chaos, tension, uncertainty. Oh, this is your card. It says, I am grateful for beauty, strength, and healing. So this is really just about seeing and understanding that there's always something to be grateful for. Alright, gonna go ahead and get your inspirational message. Spirit, please provide one last message for Sagittarius. And this is for the time frame of May 16th through May 31st. What message did you feel you'd like to have come forward? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I said this was for Sag. I just did the Sag. This is for the Capricorn. Capricorn. Oh, this is so weird. This one came out for Sag. That's really weird. Maybe you should watch the Sag reading as well. My vibes speak louder than words. So this is about your vibrational energy. This is about where your thoughts and feelings are at any point in time. This is about whether or not you're focusing on the things that you can be grateful for, or the things that you are worrying about that are potentially harmful and never going to take place, right? So it's all about trying to stay in the more positive, optimistic, joyful, passionate type of energies, instead of kind of focusing more on fear and doubt and shame and blame, right? So I find that really, really interesting that this came out, and a lot of the cards were very, very, very similar to the energies for Sag. So like I say, maybe go take a look at that. It might have some messages for you that you're meant to hear. So that's the end of your read for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. All right, guys. I hope you're taking care. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. And we'll see you soon. Bye.